welcome to MFAC Coaching. Today I am going to walk you through how I am setting up the January 2022 Silk and Sonder. This is a planner that is a subscription that you get a new planner every month. And this is the first one of the year. They've made some changes from last year. So if you've seen one from the past and are interested in seeing what a new one looks like, or just interested in seeing what I do with it every month, I encourage you to stick around. So the beginning of a new planner every month is always so much fun. So I use the Silk and Sonder as kind of my catch-all. So I'll show you what a week would look like. But even before that, I want to show you how I set it up every month. So the first thing I do is a couple things. So let's go ahead and start with finding the right colors. So I always find highlighters, 6 highlighters and 6 pens to go with those highlighters to use throughout the month. This is just something I decided to do. It's a way to use the ever-growing variety of pens and highlighters that I am collecting, as it is my hobby / addiction. And this allows me to use different ones every month. I use 6 because in the mood tracker there are 6 things, and it just helps me to know exactly specifically how many colors I need. So 6, that's where the number 6 came from. All right, this month I want to try out some new Erin Condren dual tip highlighters. These have on one end, they have a pen, and on the other end, they have a swivel tip highlight. So what I like to do is start by looking at the cover and just kind of guessing at what are the 6 colors that I'm going to like best. Sometimes it's easier said than done. I think I'm gonna want a blue, maybe a gray, for sure a green, a pink, and a peach. And then it looks to me like maybe this color will be best. So we'll see. And then there are 4 other colors if I don't like what these look like when I use them. All right. So the other thing that this allows me to do, of course, is to then tell you if specific brands are going to bleed through the paper. I find this paper to be fairly good, so most things do not bleed, but I have had some pens that do. So that's my first step. I think those 6 colors will be fun to use with the covers. Those are great. Once I have my highlighters, and we'll just check to see, you can kind of see this tiniest bit of ghosting in the very beginning when I put my hand out and then move it across. But I'm very little ghosting. What I've decided is to go ahead and use the Tool metallic pens as kind of the combinations. We use the gray to go with the gray, blue with the blue. Got to use the green with the green. Now this is a good question. There's no orange. Maybe I'll use the gold. I'm gonna use the gold, this pink, and this, and just see how that works. I don't think I need to use the light blue or the purple. All right, so we'll see how these match. the gunmetal. Blue. Oh, I love the sparkle that is in these metallics. All right, now here's where we'll have to see if these colors kind of match. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's say there's no orange, so gold will be great. And then, oh, wow, that is so perfect. I think this is rose gold. I am loving all of that. Those combinations will make me very happy. So that's the first thing I do, is just play around with pens. If anything doesn't work out, if I don't like anything, I switch it up. Just so happens that this time around I got really lucky and everything pretty much matched. I have this Erin Condren pocket. I don't know exactly what they call it, but that is where I will house everything for the month. I'll put them in here with these, and there you go. That will be what I carry around on the off chance that things need to leave the house. It doesn't happen very often. I work mainly from home. All right, the next thing I do is I look for something to make tabs with on the side. I just find it, because I'm using this planner every day and I tend to go through the front part, it's sometimes hard to find where I want to go, and so I find the tabs super helpful. And I'm going to walk through this book specifically once I have the tabs on. But the first tab is always on the mood tracker / habit tracker. Today I pulled out some, again, Erin Condren stickers. It just so happened that Erin Condren had a lot of things that were the right colors this time around. You can also purchase for, I think, $9.99 coordinating stickers, but due to the holiday season and such, I decided to not do that this month as a way to save some money. So I had to go find stickers that would match, and I really think I did a very nice job in finding some. So, as I say, the very first tab is going to go on this page. I'm just going to pull off this, and what I do, just sometimes toward the top, just lay that down like that, and then on the other side I'm going to fold it in half where the half part is. That leaves just a little bit of it sticking out, and there is my first tab. You can do this with washi tape. This is actually where I learned to do it, was with washi tape, but I just chose these particular stickers this time around. Then the next tab will go on the first week. So here's the first week that I will be using the planner. There will be another week in there. They always give you the full month, but this is in the last planner, in the December one, and I will use it through until this week. So then my second tab will go here. And sometimes this is easier said than done to align it the way I want. It's not the week I want. There it is. There we go. But this way I can kind of see where the previous one was. Get it down in the approximate place. Straighten it out. As we all know, I cannot lay a sticker straight, even after years of practice. Fold it over, and there's tab number 2. Tab number 3. I'm gonna go ahead and use this lighter green color. Do the same thing as before. Kind of align it below the last one. And now that you've seen how this works, I am going to rush the rest of this. Alrighty, so now you can see that I have all my tabs. All right, so now let's go through what this really looks like. So there have been some changes. These things are about the same. You have your beautiful editor's note. In January, you always get a yearly reflection. So I will spend some time and think about what I achieved last year. There were new people in my life this year, some of the places I went and the books I read. This category is funny because I read over 100 books last year. So that will be maybe just a favorites section. See what comes to mind. Now this part is new and I am super excited about this. They used to have the calendar differently. They did not have a calendar like this. And I am so here for this. So if you are on the Silk and Sonder team and you are listening to this, please note, keep this. I love this. This is just super helpful. I think there's some Erin Condren stickers for their petite planners in particular that are really going to be beneficial for those who like to decorate monthly spreads. But I just really like seeing the month this way. I love everything that they have on here. It throws me off a little that it starts on a Monday and not on a Sunday, but that is fine and makes sense because of the way the rest of the book is laid out. But I love, love, love this. All right, moving back into the review. You do have February and March, again, looking a little differently, laid out in this beautiful way. I love this. This makes it so much helpful. So much helpful. Sorry for my poor English there, but it's just so much better. It is so helpful. I love it. Then you have your reflections that they always do, but they have changed up how they lay it out with this new section. It's the same questions, but written out differently, and I love that. I love this with just the little thing at the top and nothing in the middle, so you could really decorate this if you want. I don't find this page actually super helpful in the sense of using it each month, but I do find it really helpful for thinking about your greater goals or your greater intentions, as it says. So it does help to think about the intentions you might have in these 6 areas of life: your spiritual health, your personal life, physical health, key relationships, money management, and professional goals. Here's your mood tracker and your habit tracker. I love these. I'm so glad they do them every month, even if I don't fill it out every day, which I have never gotten through a whole month where I actually filled it out consistently every day. I love having them. I love having different things to focus on. It really does help me do like little things like making sure you brush your teeth or floss every day. So it's just, I love these. Great. Then they have the sleep tracker and the gratitude log. Now, this is the first thing that I always adapt. The sleep tracker for me becomes an exercise tracker. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a coordinating sticker according to that and cover up. Oops. Okay. Let me grab whiteout. Okay. So I'm going to use a little bit of whiteout here over where it says sleep tracker. Put down a box. And then this becomes my exercise tracker. For January, my exercise is really easy because I just write exercise. All right. So the reason this is so easy is this month I'm doing a 30-day yoga challenge with Yoga with Adrienne. This is a free yoga. I mean, almost everybody's heard of Yoga with Adrienne, but if you haven't, the information will be below. She's a yoga instructor who's been on YouTube since the beginning of time. She's amazing. And what I will do, she's already has a calendar, but I will write out what the yoga is each day. And I will probably write out if I will do additional work. If it's a shorter session, I oftentimes will supplement with either a run or CrossFit. And then I tend not to use these sections too much. And then instead of being rested, I write out how well the day went. So if the exercise felt really good, it's a 5. If I didn't do it at all, it's a 1. And then if it was like hard, I just have this kind of internal scale between I didn't do it and it felt so fantastic, and I just rate how it went. And that's how I use this page. I have in the past, put little exercise stickers, things like that up there. I probably have gotten away from that. Well, it's not that I have gotten away from that. I probably will not do that this time. I find just having a little box and saying exercise and writing it out becomes enough. I love this gratitude log. Let's see, the imagination is actually the theme for the month, which that is beautiful. I love the idea in January being able to kind of imagine the future that you want to work towards, where you want your energy to move. And gratitude is just a huge piece of being able to be hopeful about the future. And so I just think this page is beautiful. I kind of hope it is in every journal, every planner for the rest of the year, but we shall see. Then every year they have this Japanese concept meaning the reason for being. They do this every January, so you can kind of compare from year to year. They have an imagination exercise, a poem, a coloring page. This one is so fun. I really do. I hope that I get back into coloring. Maybe I'll make that one of my goals this year. We shall see. I have a space this time for a vision board. They have a recipe, the sweet potato pomegranate salad. I think I had a friend who made this, and it was amazing. So while I cannot speak to this recipe specifically, I can speak to a sweet potato pomegranate connection, and they are so good. So highly suggest trying that recipe. Your dream life, your imagination there. Looks like who you want to be, what you want to do, and what you want to have. Those will be fun to fill out. Then there's a word search and your monthly expense tracker. If you guys have suggestions for what to do with this expense tracker, let me know. I actually have a digital thing that I've chosen to do because there's no way that in 1 month I'm gonna, this just isn't even enough space for all of the little bills and stuff that we do. Because I write down everything. So every food, everything. So anyway, if you have an idea of how to use this in other ways, let me know. I know some people use this as their exercise tracker because there's again, categories. You can put the date, what type of workout you did, those types of things. So that is another idea. But I would love to hear if you have something that you do with this page that isn't obviously monthly expenses. And then they've changed this up a little. So this page looks about the same. This page, however, they now have the meal plan. They have the water with the meal plan. I'll tell you now, I do not use the water thing for water. What I actually use it for is to track medications. So I don't take a weekly or a daily medication, but I do take Advil and Tylenol when I get migraines or just headaches. And when I do that, I like to fill in the water droplet, but as a medication so that I can go back and see how many headaches I had in a particular month or a particular week. So that part is new. And then they have a mind health plan, etc. The rest of that is very similar. This now says things I am loving. Now, this is the first month they've done just the week, and you'll notice the weekend is gone. The weekend used to be where it says scratch pad. I love the scratch pad section. And then you turn the page, and now Saturday and Sunday have their own. The reflections are a little different. You have your highlight, an emerging opportunity, and a challenge for the week. So these are really nice new things. And then, of course, you're going to see these are repeated. After the second week, you will get a currently page where you can see I plan on doing the currently page, ideally on camera. We will see how if that plan pans out. So you'll see how I fill this page out. I used to fill this out and add stickers on the side as a reflection of what I'm doing currently. Obviously, I don't know exactly how I'll do that with this now not being a blank page, but having this beautiful Picasso quote. But I am sure I can figure something out, and it is just really pretty. And then you get more weeks. And then at the end, you'll get Monday, I guess, and some notes, which is nice. And then you get just blank pages. So that is just the beautiful updates that have been made. But now I want to show you what I do to change this up. So I actually do I use this section for what I want to feel. I do not use this section for goals or the rest of the sections I do not use for their stated purpose. And I like to decorate them all with washi. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do that, what that looks like. All right. For the first of the year, I have chosen a washi that is this super cute bunting, super fun. So I'll show you how I lay that out. Once I have that done, then I have a smaller washi that I use on the sides. Now, let's see. This side is harder for me. In the past, I have used this section not as a daily section, but as I would write down the focus for my life for different things that I had to do. But when I did that, the water drops were on the days of the week on the next page. So now I have to decide how I might change it up. All right, honestly, in an ideal world, this little box here that I left open, the Monday, Tuesday, would be here. And I could put this here, and yeah. But I'm not sure. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use with this section yet. I'm not sure I'm in love with this, but you know, it is the first week. We'll try it out, see what I think, and we'll go from there. All right. And then this page, usually I decorate up here and cover up this whole section, but that doesn't usually cut off the numbers and the days of the week. The days used to be down here. So now I have to figure out what I want to do. All right, we'll just try. Decorating this section. I live in California. The weather is not terribly interesting here. It's beautiful. We love it. We are not complaining. Do not hear me complain about the weather. That is not what is happening in this statement, but it is just not very unique to write down. When it rains, it usually rains for a couple of days. It doesn't do that very often. And the rest of the time, it is sunny. So I'm going to cover this section up. The one thing a day has never motivated me. So we're just going to cover this whole section up. Last but not least, once I've got that top part decorated, well, second to last really, then I just add some decorations. I'm gonna add a few New Year's balloons. These are just for fun. Let's see where it says celebrate. This is super fun. See if I can get the word celebrate. I mean, it's not straight, so trying to lay something that's crooked down straight is kind of silly anyway, but that's just how I roll. These are all Mrs. Grossman stickers. They are just so much fun. Obviously, this part is not quote unquote necessary. It is just something that brings me a bit of joy. All right. Just a little bit of fun at the top of the page. If you have any interest in seeing what this used to look like in the old version, I will link to my review of 2021 Silk and Sonder here. All right, and then the actual last but not least, I'm going to pick 3 of the highlighters. Pink is going to definitely be prominent this week, I feel like. We'll go ahead and pull out the green and the blue. And what I do, let's see, I'll do pink, green, blue, just in that order. I break down each of these sections into 3 sections. So let me show you how that goes. All right, so you see each week I have a to-do section, a schedule section, and a notes section. And then what I didn't do, is I make little checkout boxes in the to-do. So every day I write down the 6 to-do list items that I think I can get done in that particular day. So oftentimes I have already used my other planners to make sure I know what I need to get done for the full week. And then I just break it down into daily tasks in this planner so that this is the only planner that needs to go anywhere with me. This page is new. I've never had it before, and I'm not entirely sure how I want to organize it. I'm used to only having a to-do list, a schedule section. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's not enough. Although I don't usually say I'm going to do as much on the weekends. So I could do it. Let's see. You're going to get to watch me see what happens literally on the fly here. See what I decide to do. Let's go ahead and just quickly decorate this section. All right. I do feel like that flows pretty well from here to here to here. We need to add a little bit of celebratory flair on this page. I think the easiest way to do that will be to add the boxes that I need. Okay. So let's add the little things. So this is going to say feels. This is going to say books. And this is going to say meals. All right, and then this just says remember because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to write down for each day, if there's something specific. And then this, I had been doing evenings, what my evenings plans are, but I don't know if I maybe do that here, use this for something else. Just not sure. So while I put stickers down, we'll see. And then last but not least, let's add a little celebration to this page. The hat. Have it say celebrate down here. And then we're just this curly Q. These things are just, oh, so fun. Put it right here, kind of in the center. Put a few just kind of randomly. Throughout. All right, there we go. I'm going to put one more balloon over here for balance and call that a day. So that is what a week will look like. Again, I'm going to have to set and figure out how I want to use this section with the new layout with the water on here. But I do think I want to use something where Monday, Tuesday, like maybe different focuses, maybe my evening stuff. We'll just see. And then I just don't know what to do here. Maybe I'll cover this up and use it something else. I just don't know yet. So stay tuned. I will definitely be back to show you what is going on with my Silk and Sonder for the month of January. But that is how I would set up a week and this next week. The week we're in right now, in fact. And that's how I set up the monthly planner. All right. Thanks for sticking around through this one. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the silk and Sonder. If you have any questions, let me know. And you know what? Have a great week and a great start to 2022. Bye.